What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to a Midwest Family. Today we're doing four-wheeler things. So as you can tell from the name of the video probably, we had a little mishap with the old little four-wheeler. The steering piece done gone broken. So if you
to next to
yep,
right here.
Right there, it just broke off.
And the steering
so the piece right here just completely broke out.
So we're going to try to fix it.
Exactly.
And we need some flat metal and weld it on.
That's what we're going to try to do.
And try to clean it.
Yeah.
So clean it bad.
So we're going to probably try to take some of this plastic stuff off so we can see what we're doing.
I can get that.
And find out what all it takes to do this. So another fail on the RPS, but we can fix it. Stay tuned and stick with us. Let's get going. So, a little bit of an update. We got these two. So we took the seat off. There's a little latch underneath the back here. You pull that and then the seat pops up. And then you can get access to these two screws. They're Phillips with a 10mm nut. And then there's this one here. And then this one under here that we took off on both sides. And then we loosened these 4 bolts to pull the steering bar off. Like such.
Add a few of this.
No.
Why?
Because she's going to touch that.
Alright, so we got those off. We'll take these pillow blocks off. Put them in the way. I don't know how far we gotta take this apart, but hopefully not too far apart. I think this front shroud's pretty much loose except the wiring. We might have to take some zip ties apart, or we might be able to just reach in here and loosen these two 10mm bolts. You can kind of see from the top there's like a plastic support piece right there that just holds the steering bar against the frame. So we're gonna probably just try to take these off and see what's holding it down on the bottom. Maybe just pull that whole thing up.
Dad, it needs an oil change.
Does it?
I just looked at it.
Well,
And it says, I'm hungry, I need some oil.
Really? Okay. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do, I think. Try to get you. Maybe we don't need to take this whole thing apart. Oh well. So we got the right side steering arm unhooked. We have the pillow block bracket off right there. And underneath here, right there, there's a cotter pin and a lock nut. And I believe once we take that off, we should be able to take this off. Hopefully. All right. We're going to get the steering piece pulled out and see what we got to do to try to fix it. So, Mr. Muscles, why don't you pull it out for us? Voila. Look at all that. Alright, what do we got?
Yeah.
We have that. Yeah, I don't know. The idea was to weld a new one of these pieces on. It's kind of bent. We'll have to think about this. See what we got. Alright, everybody. So, we're back. What we ended up doing is grinder things. So we, this was on there like such. And we took a grinder and we ground down all the welds on this. And turned out that this piece is not a single piece, but it's a couple pieces actually put together.
This piece is a little warm.
A little warm.
It's awfully nice on your hands when it's cold.
Yeah. So,
Not meant to be.
so we got that apart, and we're gonna take a piece of scrap steel we got here, and we're gonna just try to trace that out.
But with what?
Good question. We're gonna try to maybe clamp this down, and then we have a plasma cutter that I'm gonna try to use and just run that around the outside, and then maybe flip it around, and then I don't know, we'll figure it out. But
Yeah, we'll figure it out. It's gonna be awfully easy.
I don't want to go that far, but hopefully.
Oh, yeah.
So we're gonna get set up and be back soon. Stick with us.
Okay, so
All right, everybody, welcome back. So it's the next day.
come over here.
We were starting to run out of time last night. Barrett, last night was a school night. Barrett wanted to stay out and help, so he called it quits a little early. So
You
we
don't want to get this in your eye.
left off
Or
with
it will be black.
the old piece
This is the new.
on the new piece, and we cut it out of this here
If this.
with plasma cutter, and we dressed up the side a little bit, and we got to drill some holes and clean it up maybe a little bit more, and then get it welded on that other piece. So we're gonna try to line these holes up and get going. So let's rock. All right, guys, so we're back. We got our new piece here. Drilled some holes in it. The big hole is a little bit bigger than a 5/8 drill bit. So that kind of goes in there like such. And there's the old piece. There's the new one.
This one's old, that one's new, because you can tell.
Yeah, because that's the broken one.
Yeah, because that's broke. One of our, like, four did it.
My holes are not exactly perfect, but they'll be all right.
Because it's like a smile, like a smiley face, like spooked.
Spook.
I'm excited because what we need to do is drill a hole.
Yeah.
For the nose.
So
We got everything done, so we need to use the welder.
That's our next step. The edges aren't perfect.
What we might do is take a file and
we'll just probably paint it up before we stick it under. And none will be the wiser. That's the piece that goes in the bottom.
Kind of smooth that out a little.
So that goes in there like that, and then that'll go in there like that. So our next step is to weld these two pieces together, just like that. And since I don't know how to weld, I'm going to do that off camera and show you how terrible I am, because that's what I do.
He is not terrible, so you don't have to really.
You be the judge. So I'm gonna get this welded up and we'll be back. Stick with us. All right, everybody. We got it welded up. It doesn't look terrible, but all you welding professionals out there will say it's probably total poopy poop. But it's still hot. I haven't really cleaned it up yet. I hit it with a wire brush.
I'm at a wire or whatever.
A wire wheel. So it doesn't look terrible.
It's not cut a wire brush, but it is a wire brush, but it spins. And Daddy thinks it's poopy poop, but he doesn't.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
This side's kind of not very good. This side don't look terrible.
I like that because I like the bumps. I like to hear. That's good.
So, I mean, it's not focus. It's not terrible.
It's not focus, he said.
But
isn't that cool of the blue? I like blue. It's my favorite color.
It's not bad.
That's my dad's favorite color too.
It's getting late. He's got school tomorrow, so we're probably gonna call it a night. Tomorrow we'll clean it up, paint it, and get her put on. So we'll see you tomorrow. Hang out. What's going on, guys? Welcome back. So it's been a couple days. Last night we weren't able to work on the four-wheeler. I got called into work for a little while, so by the time I got back they were kind of off to bed already. But we got the piece here and we got it painted somewhat, the old rattle can. So we're gonna get it back on the four-wheeler. All right, guys, so I got some grease here, Maxima racing oil, waterproof grease stuff. It's racing formula, so that's what we need since this is a race machine. I've used this on the motorcycle and the dirt bike and such. So this is what we're going to use. We're going to put this, let's see, kind of like a cool greenish blue color. And we're going to put that right there because that goes in a sleeve on the bottom there. So we're going to get that all greased up, stick it on, and we'll catch you back in a minute. Stick with us. Okay, so we got the steering stem put back on. I bolted the handlebars down right there. Seems pretty good. I tightened the plastic pillow block right there. Put the nut and cotter pin on the bottom. The bottom nut here on this unit was a 15 millimeter. The front bolts on the pillow block were a 10. The nut on the back side was a 14. These are 10 millimeter. But yeah, I'm gonna get all the plastic tightened back down, and then we just got to put the tie rods back on and adjust those to where we need to, and we'll be golden. So hang on. Okay, so we have the plastics all tightened up. Battery's dead, so we got the charger on that.
Yep, it can run any minute.
Now it is time to do the tie rods. So hopefully they go smoothly. Work that underneath there. Get them up in that little area. And then there's that hole we drilled. Somewhere's in there. Right there. So we're gonna get these tightened up, and then we're gonna adjust the toe in. So these have lock washers and castle nuts on the bottom side. So we're gonna get those on, and then we'll get to the toe in part. So hang out. All right, so we got the tie rods on, the steering stem. We have the handlebars, I believe, straight. And this tire doesn't look terrible, but this one obviously you can tell is angled out. So we're gonna adjust that. So on the tie rod, down here, there's a hex section. There's a nut here, and then a nut right here. We're gonna loosen this nut, and we're gonna twist this bar, probably backwards towards the rear, to kick this rear tire this way, and then that would move the front that way. So we're gonna do that. And since I can't do that and hold the camera at the same time, I'm gonna pause this and I'll be back in a minute. All right, so I loosened this nut, I loosened this one, and now we'll just turn this. And I don't know if you can see that, but it's turning the tire. So, stand up. Looks better. There you go, another turn or so. Maybe right there. Don't mind all my junk in the background. Cool. All right. Not too shabby. I might, I'll throw a tape measure on here and see what the, my distance is between the front tire and the rear. And then we'll make a fine adjustment with that. And then we should be ready to go if the battery will start it. All right, so we got the tire rods done. We snugged them up. I measured from the rim to this mounting bolt here on the A-arm, and it was 11 1/4 in the front, 11 1/4 in the rear. Same on this side, so we are eccentric, or we are a lot better than what it was. So we're gonna get the seat on And we're gonna roll it out and see if we can't get this puppy fired up and take it for a spin. See how she runs. Oh, the tie rods takes two 14mm wrenches. So this is a 14 and the nuts are 14s. But we're gonna try to get this thing fired up and outside. So hold tight. All right, so we got the seat on. We got some charge on the battery. Our helper here, our mechanic, is going to take his handiwork out for a test ride and see how she handles. So hopefully we're good to go. Ready? Mount up, sir.
Buckle it. Here.
Can you get it? All right, hold on. Hold on. All right, helmet's buckled. Let her rip, Tater Chip. Maybe? No? Ah. There we go. They grow up so fast.
So like when I was going turning like where that gate was,
Yeah.
it kind of like started going to the gate was. I didn't turn it that way.
Well, I think they look pretty straight to me. We're gonna call that a wrap. I think you haven't ridden in a while, so that's why you think there's might be something wrong with it. So we're gonna call that a good day or a good project. Took a couple nights and a morning, part of a morning to get it done. We probably got what? Off camera, since my shop's a mess, trying to find tools and everything. Probably took, I don't know, 4 hours or so to do it. Something like that. But we're gonna call that a wrap. Thanks for watching. Hope you stick around for the next one, and we'll see you then. Stay safe.